Well, it's been a little while since I've been on here, but who cares? Let's get back at it. So things have been going pretty good. If anybody's been keeping track, that's something different, but we'll go back to that in a minute. So, good gracious, I think last time I was on here, I was down. Um, didn't let my spirits get down in it though, so which is fine because now we are up. So currently, I'm watching what I do, being very, very selective on the trades that I'm taking, and just taking it very, very easy. Um, Keeping it simple, support and resistance, waiting for trades to bounce, waiting for trades to play out. So it's like things like this. In which case, one of the things that I've got to really put underneath my belt is just the fact that I guess I don't need headphones. Um, it's just letting trades play out longer, and I really actually have to go through uh, my trading journal to actually go back and see how often I could have been better off if I had just waited a little bit more patiently than I have been. Just like this is one case in particular. USD JPY, just support and resistance. I had taken particular I had zones at particular levels. I was getting ready to take buys, ended up taking sells for hedges because I wasn't sure where everything was going. Um, and so price eventually, moved up. I stayed, kept going back and forth between the zone. Wasn't exactly sure where the zone was. Realized I probably shouldn't be messing with the zone as it's not as clear. Had another zone here. Didn't really care about it because it's on the grand scheme of things, it's really small. So I waited till price got all the way back up here. I'm like, okay, cool. Closed my buy in profit, but I was also in that negative sell. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and take a sell. I played around here in a little bit. We'd have to zoom in a little closer. So I took a sell from here, and it's down hidden in there somewhere. Took a sell from here. Eventually took a really small. It was a really small sell that I was expecting prices to just funnel over, and it didn't. And it actually, instead of setting like a stop loss on that one, I actually had a hedge on that one too. And it's like, really though, why should I have? I shouldn't have done that, given the fact that this zone is pretty wide. So like, I should have just given a little bit more freedom on that one. So closed out closed out the sell in a loss, closed out in the buy in a loss, and then all in all ended up taking a sell a little bit later, and then waiting for price to come back here to this halfway point. And all I did for that is pretty much, do I have it on here? No. So all I did for that is pretty much just get a position tool on here, found my entry for this guy, found my entry for this guy, and then found 50%, which would be a 1-to-1. And so I just set that alert right there. Well, price got down here a little bit, probably about an hour or so ago, maybe 2 hours ago. And I closed it. And so I closed it in a little bit more of a loss than I should have. Like this could have been a break even if it would have come down here, where it just actually triggered the alert, like maybe 4 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago. So all in all, though, all that mess up and hoopla and all this other stuff, I ended up coming out on top, $7. And you're like, okay, well, who cares? What is $7? Well, $7 added up over time of consistently doing little small things like that, just makes things better. Same thing. I had a note here, learn to just hold. This could have been a bigger win. So what was that one? That was EuroCAD. It's like, if you look at EuroCAD, um, what was this one? This was a sell. I originally had to sell here, which made sense. Um, all this stuff, I don't know how that played out. That probably played out to something of a break even. Look, at a buy there, a sell, break even. Yeah, so that came out to break even. This one though, it was a sell here, which didn't actually occur. Waited until price got all the way up here, took another sell, and then closed at roughly the break even between these two, maybe a little bit more. But the point is, I still continue to track the trade to see how it would have actually came out, because this was the original like target. And it's like, if I would have just held it a little bit longer, and I understand that whole if I could have, if I would have is a double-edged sword, because you also have to be mindful of all the trades that you did hold and they ended up going against you. And so that is something that you actually have to make sure that when you're going through your trading journal, that you aren't fitting your results of your trading journal to show profitability when it's not really there, or show success when it's not really there. And so that's something that I've got to do as well. But I have noticed more often than most, if I just hold it, it would actually work out better. And so I finally was able to consolidate all of my trading accounts into one, in which case I posted a small little YouTube short earlier and I didn't realize there was no sound on it whatsoever. But that was pretty much that account right there. And so now it's just looking to just quickly, not quickly necessarily, just however the market decides to give it to me, double up the next account and then continuously work from there. Oh, look at that. So NZDJPY is down where it's supposed to be. Sadly, we're at 5 o'clock, so all the spreads have widened. But by all technicality, I'm in the zone I need to be at. So I'm going to go ahead and close that now. It says I have closed with 2256. So that has been closed. We'll leave that there. This comes down here. We'll take a screenshot of that. I'm in my way. I'm in my own way. Story of my life. NZDJPY right there. And we're at 2256. So yeah, so that's where that's at. How many trades am I in now? I should only be in 2, I believe. Yep. So go back to here. We can take NZDJPY off the list now. I'll have to come mark this up a little bit later. I'm not going to take anything from there. And now if I have anything, I would really have to keep this area up there. I don't know. Well, maybe if it gets deeper in there. Let's see. I'll see how it actually handles in the next couple of hours. So let's put an alert there. So yeah, so that was that trade. Was it less than a 1-to-1? Well, yeah, obviously you can see there it's 1 to 0.9. But it doesn't matter. I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. Yes, there are ways out there that you can work out better where you can get higher risk to reward. But usually that is at the exchange or the cost of how you feel, how your sanity, your emotions, all that other stuff. If you figure most people who have like a 1-to-3, if they have and the the numbers work for themselves, numbers will work themselves out. But if they have like a 40% win rate, then they'll still be profitable and it works for them. The thing is, if you track that over 100 trades, 40% win rate means they won 40, but they lost 60. And that's a lot more losses than I'm willing to take. So I don't go that route. Have I played with that route before? Absolutely. But this one, I seem to have come to it's a much easier way to manage mentally, emotionally, than worrying about a high risk reward. So that's that one trade. Euro GBP is another trade that I'm currently sitting in. I just had a sell of this resistance here, ended up going up against me, got into a hedge for a buy. I'm waiting for price to get up here or to push further down here and show me a little bit of rejection. And then I might close a sell in a loss and then let the buy ride up. We'll see how that plays out. Do I have an alert on there? Why don't I have an alert? Okay. Now there's an alert on there. Maybe I wasn't going to see. Euro USD. Euro USD. I thought about trade. This is one of those ones. It's like when you look at hindsight and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to hold it until it gets all the way down there. And this is one of those ones that reversed on me. And so price actually had already come all the way down here. I think I was at like maybe a little less than break even on this trade here. And I could have been out. And then price has steadily come up and reversed on me. And now I'm sitting in much more drawdown. Not much more drawdown. Where am I at with that one? I am sitting at probably about 60, $70. $70 a drawdown on that one. Between all three of these trades, this top one's actually it's in a 76 cents profit. So, I'm not on drawdown on that one. But so that was the plan. I could have closed down here, but I'm like, no, I need to wait. I need to be patient and let it get back into the zone. And it never did. And it turned around on me. So, which is fine. I'll just have to manage it differently. So we'll see how things go. Ultimately, I have this really high level up here that was respected before. So price could get up here. If price ends up breaking over these next couple hours into this area here, then I don't know. I might close it out. This wick rejection is pretty nice, so hopefully that continues and holds. The daily closed as a wick, so it's like we could get a wick up before it funnels back over. We shall see. There's people online saying that Euro USD is going to go up. It could go up. Really? Don't care. I'll play it out as it goes. I'll address it as it unfolds. So yeah, that pretty much covers everything so far. I have, everything's already set up for my alerts wherever I expect price to go over the next couple of days. Um, Alerts in particular zones. I played around with my alerts and was making them more invisible. But then I also realized that they're harder to quickly see what I'm waiting for. And then sometimes I question myself, was like, do I have an alert there? And then I, come to find out I do. So I actually need to go through and change that. You got to find what works for you. If having an alert not there, I don't like these ones because all that yellow is distracting for me. So I tend to don't mess with those. I do like those for the fact that they give you the price point that they're going to trigger at, whereas these guys, they don't. They just let you know that they've crossed the line, and you don't necessarily know what price point that is. um, so yeah, so there's all some trades that I could have been in and could have already been playing out really nicely. I missed that one over last week or earlier this week. That one never actually set up, and so yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you are coming onto this trading journey, I wish you the best. Look to hopefully continuously share the things that I've learned, and hopefully you can bypass just some of the headache, some of the heartache of the trading journey. There are certain things that you're going to have to go through yourself. The biggest thing is the psychology of it all. The trading, by and large, is really not that difficult. Um, Almost all the strategies out there work, and if you've back tested and you've seen in data that are in the markets that it works, then it'll probably work. The thing that you'll have to make work or make sure works is, does that work with you? And so that's where that's at. So you guys take it easy, and look to see you guys next time.